I'm a big fan of pumpkin. How do you like yours, sweet or savory? Well, today I have two guilt-free dishes, so join me. This is Debbie and welcome to the Starch Frenzy. Today I felt like having something sweet in the morning, and I usually have oatmeal, so today I made it pumpkin flavored. All I did was add some peanut butter powder, some pumpkin spice mix, as well as some maple syrup, or I sometimes add brown sugar as well, instead of the maple syrup actually. So it's cooked at 3 minutes in the microwave, and I take it out and slice a banana on top, or sometimes just add plant-based milk, normally almond milk. And it's a great start to my day. Pumpkin is so good for you, so I think this is a wonderful thing to try, especially for the fall season. Let me know if you try it in the comments below, or if you make something very similar. I'd love to hear from you. Now, our next dish will be a savory one. This is where we're going to spend most of our time today, and this is a wonderful pumpkin soup. It's called creamy pumpkin soup. And don't worry, I have the full recipes in the description box for both of these recipes. So we start off by sauteing some onions, and then to that I add some minced garlic, and we're sauteing these vegetables in nothing but their own juices, and then when they start to dry up a little bit, I add a little bit of veggie stock. It's so flavorful, and you never miss the oil. Now, to this, I'm going to add some riced cauliflower. I have a frozen bag of riced cauliflower that I have thawed and heated up briefly in the microwave. I'm going to go ahead and pour that into the onion and garlic mixture and stir that around. We'll add some veggie stock. I use some fat-free organic veggie stock. The better quality, the better the taste of the soup, in my opinion. And to that, we're also going to add our seasonings. Now, don't worry, again, I have the full recipe in the description box, so you don't have to worry about the quantities right this moment. We're adding in garlic powder, onion powder, some paprika, sweet paprika, and then we're going to also, for a smoky flavor, add in 3 drops of liquid smoke. Looks like I only have 2, but I added that 3rd drop in later. This gives it a nice, sweet, smoky flavor to the soup. Next, we're going to add in some sea salt, or actually this is pink Himalayan salt. Add salt to your taste. If you're salt-free, don't worry about that. We're going to add in some vinegar now. This is the red wine vinegar, and then I also added in a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar. Now we're going to add in our pumpkin. This is just a can of canned pumpkin. Make sure it's not the pumpkin pie filling, or your soup won't taste like we think it will. And stir it up. Now we're going to go to our blender. In our high-speed blender, we're going to add a half a cup of raw cashews and half of the water that the recipe calls for, just for the blending purposes here. If you don't have a high-speed blender, use a regular blender, but pre-soak your cashews in some hot water for at least an hour to make sure they're soft enough. And then go ahead and add the water and blend it away. You want to blend long enough so that the mixture turns into a nice creamy texture and there's no grains of the nuts left. So I start off on the low speed and gradually work my way up to a higher speed. And I probably blended this for about 45 seconds to a minute altogether. We've now made some cashew milk, and we add that right over to the soup contents. Pour that in, And then we add the rest of the water that the recipe calls for, and we're going to stir it up well. Heat it up, and I actually bring this mixture all the way to a boil. Then I take it off the heat and transfer it over to a large mixing bowl that I'm going to use to pour into the high-speed blender in batches. And we're going to blend it nice and smooth. After I've transferred it back into the soup pot, we're going to bring it right back up to temperature again, and you can see how velvety smooth the consistency is. The final ingredient we add is the nutritional yeast. We add about 1/4 cup, and it adds such a wonderful, rich flavor to the already rich soup. The soup, I think, would be an excellent addition to a big Thanksgiving dinner as a first course, an appetizer course, or it would make a wonderful luncheon for just a nice soup and salad, perhaps a little bit of crusty French bread. I hope you give this soup recipe a try. Here I've garnished it with some chopped scallions. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. I hope you get a chance to try these dishes, and I cannot wait to see you next time. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.